Hello, darlings. Shakti here. Didn't want to miss the opportunity to come live and make this video before we all have our holiday season with our family, if we're doing that, or with our homes, if you're staying in, to talk a little bit about this. Wanted to give also a little bit of a quick bump date, although I have been sharing quite a lot about my own journey and my body image stuff and stuff like that through my posts. So if you guys are following me, then you've seen all about it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you do not follow me on the social medias, what are you doing with your life? Check the description and come on over and follow me and get a lot of real life behind the scenes stories of what's going on. So this holiday season is always a time, this end of the year is always a time where in my industry, which happens to be the fitness industry and nutrition industry, there is a lot of tension, a lot of, it can kind of go either way. Either the people that I am working with and mentoring are like, fuck it, and they just go off the deep ends into kind of old patterning and behaviors that they know don't feel good and feel toxic. And at the end of that, they end up feeling heavy, unhappy, guilty, full of shame, slow, sluggish. Or it can go the opposite way, where the people that I'm working with, and this also includes myself, kind of gets highly rigid about what they're consuming. And so they miss out on a lot of the things that, you know, are being presented to them or offered to them because they're trying to be so on point when it comes to their nutrition that it's like all consuming, right? And so they're constantly thinking about what they're eating, what they're putting on their plate, in their mouth, and they're not really like engaged in the experience of hanging out with people or having a holiday. So I see those two extremes a lot, and I've seen them year over year. Typically, I talk a lot about making sure you're prepared when you go to events. And this is especially true if you have an allergy, let's say, or you're vegan and you're going into an environment that's not vegan, or you're keto and you're going into an environment that's not keto, or whatever the case may be, just to make sure that you either bring food that you can have or you eat beforehand, something that feels really satisfying to you. So when you show up to this event, it doesn't feel like you are without something you can have. Bringing something is usually my MO, or a couple of some things. That way, not only can you have some, but you can share it and maybe have other people experience a bit of your lifestyle and of the things that you enjoy that they maybe otherwise wouldn't. So it's kind of like a win-win for everybody. So that's like the first kind of recommendation I usually make. Go prepared and bring something that you feel comfortable eating, or you can eat if you have an allergy or a certain type of eating lifestyle that you're not sure is going to be accommodated for where you're going, right? That's kind of my go-to for everything. But this year, I wanted to talk a little bit about something different, because 2020 has been really hard on every level. It's been hard on personal levels for a lot of people. It's been hard psychologically, it's been hard emotionally, it's been hard socially, it's been hard politically, it's been hard like on so many levels that affect us as a community. 2020 has been a very challenging year. And there have been people who have found many blessings in 2020. And I just had a thread going on one of my social media channels talking about that, which was so wonderful to hear everybody share the things that went awesome during 2020. And then a lot of people have just been having a really hard time pulling themselves out of the rut that was created for us pretty artificially for 2020. So I want you guys to understand that this year, holidays mean more than probably ever. One of the saddest things that I have seen come out of this year has been the fear of each other, the separation that we have endured, the isolation that we have endured. We were not meant to be isolated creatures. We were not meant to live in isolated environments. We absolutely need community to feel loved, to feel accepted, to feel seen. We need each other. We just do. This is how we thrive. And the fact that so much of that has been sacrificed in the name of public good, which is something I do not subscribe to, and if you follow me, you know that, I think has actually been done very unnecessarily to a large degree. We have suffered a lot. Our mental health as a global community has suffered a lot. And so I invite you this holiday season to step into your holiday and put aside the stress around food. Put aside the stress around, oh my God, I'm going to eat too much, or I'm not going to eat this, or I'm, just drop it. And make a point to be really present with the people that you are with. Whether it's a small gathering or a large gathering, just make a point to be with them. Have a bit of whatever you want to eat that's there. And that's the other thing I talked about in my fitness community was get a big plate and add a little bit of everything and just try it all. And if there's something that you really like, you can go back and have more of it, right? But that way you're trying a little bit of everything so you don't feel deprived because you're having the experience of trying everything on the plate. And then just sit down and just really enjoy your people. Just enjoy your humans. Enjoy your community. That is the biggest takeaway I want to leave you with today. The food mindset, the most important mindset for this holiday season is a deep appreciation for the fact that we have each other, that we get to see each other, whether it's virtually or physically, depending on what you're choosing to do, that we even are alive to see today. That is the mindset that must reign supreme for this holiday season. And I invite you to, when you're choosing food and when you're going up to eat, that you look at whatever is presented to you to eat, whatever that particular gathering has, and that you just feel in your heart an enormous amount of gratitude for the food. Just before you serve yourself, before you even put anything on your plate, just have gratitude for the fact that these people came together, created these meals, and have the ability to share them in loving company. I can pretty much guarantee you, if you make that the energy with which you preface these interactions, that you're going to have such a different food experience, and that you're going to be overcome with the gratitude for being there, for the food that's there, for the experience that you're having, and you're not even going to be thinking about overeating or binge eating. Like, that's not even going to be on your mind, because your energy is going to be towards gratitude and abundance and generosity, which is the opposite of those things. Okay. So that is my greatest message for this holiday season, is come prepared. If you have a specific need that is not going to be met, like a certain way that you eat, vegan, keto, whatever, and the environment you're going into doesn't accommodate for those things, bring stuff, share it, show other people how it is that you nourish yourself. And to me, that's just an awesome way to share experiences that people around you might not have. Or if you have an allergy and for sure there are certain things you can't eat and you're not sure if the environment you're going into is going to accommodate that, of course, make sure that you're prepared. But mostly go into this experience with a ton of gratitude for the bounty of the meal that you're going to experience, for the bounty of the company that you're going to get access to, for the fact that 2020 is ending, thank goodness, and we are moving on to a different year. And just live in that space of gratitude, very deeply sink into that space of gratitude. And remember, like, a day of eating a certain way, 2 days, that's not what derails anybody's progress. That's not what hurts anybody. It's the long-term cumulative effect of certain choices that eventually add up and create disease in the body, or create weight gain in the body, or sluggishness in the body, or whatever. Thanksgiving is not going to do you in. It just isn't. Okay. And if you want to have a healthier appetite for the day of Thanksgiving, you want to have more energy, you want to feel like you can metabolize your food better, then work out tomorrow morning, wake up early, get in a 20-30 minute workout. I know I'm definitely going to be doing that, and I'm going to be sharing a Zoom link into my fitness crew. So anybody who wants to join me for a Thanksgiving workout can join me. just get a workout in so that your endorphins are up and you have that feeling of like joy and energy in your body. Also, your metabolism will be up. So that means that whatever food you're going to eat, you're going to metabolize better. You're going to have more room, more appetite for enjoying your food. And to me, it just always helps me to enjoy my meals better if I get a really good workout in early that day. So hopefully this spoke to you and reduced any anxiety that you might have around the holiday. If you watch this and you have a specific question or you want help with something, drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. But I really want us, not just for Thanksgiving, but also moving into whatever holidays you celebrate, in December and towards the end of the year, to just really soak in these holiday moments. Really appreciate your family, your kids, your spouse. Appreciate your health, appreciate the things that I feel like this year has illuminated so much that we take for granted. And in a way, it was such a blessing because it really put a spotlight on the ways we are choosing to live our lives that are disconnected or uninformed or obsessive or almost like on a superficial level, and it's opened the door for such a deeper way of living if you really allow that to sink into your spirit. So I hope that you do. I hope you guys have a beautiful holiday for celebrating tomorrow and that you eat all of the delicious foods. And just as a little reminder, I do have all of my fitness bundles on sale until the end of this month. And we have a huge Cyber Week sale happening right now as well. So we have a group for that. If you'd like to join the cyber group, let me know. I'll actually drop the group link in here in the comments so that if you're watching on social, so that you can request to join. If you're watching on YouTube, just drop me a message or a comment and I will get you that way. All right, my friends, have an amazing one. Love you so much. Till we meet again.